Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway from Ford Field. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He dumps it off for Henry. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Well, let's face it, when you hold someone to just 6 points in a game, the feeling that you have among your team is that you're not going to lose very many of those. That's
into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off play action. Herbert. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Allen. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. On play action, Allen. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To the air, Allen. This will go to Henry out wide. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
To throw, it's Allen. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have come back to make it a 2-point game. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Brandon Ayuk, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have moved out in front. Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He completes it to Henry. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Nice third down conversion at even 20 yards.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On now comes the Lion offense. They'll be asked to go for 2 here. Now Herbert following the turnover. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Allen to throw it. Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
Herbert off of play action. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Now Allen. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Allen now looks to throw. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on...
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. He completes it to Beckham. Finding space at the 40. Down the left sideline. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Detroit. Odell Beckham with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Throwing on first down is Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. On first down, Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Now Allen. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. Allen going to throw. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Henry up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Play action. It's Herbert. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Herbert on first down now. This is caught, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Tyler Boyd, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. They'll try and throw for it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Allen off the play fake. That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Allen now on first down. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 33. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Herbert operating from the red zone. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Complete at the 1.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Alex Highsmith. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Throwing now is Allen. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Allen. Henry's got it, out on the left side. A first down carry for Henry. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Touchdown, Bears! Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Fields it right around the goal line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways. But
on Herbert, his 3rd interception. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
He's got room past the 30, the 40, the 20. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. A big play there on the catch and run. 97 yards, everything but pay dirt. Henry will take it in. Touchdown, Bears. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Second and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Herbert. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Detroit. Garrett Wilson, 55 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. They set up the screen for Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. That one goes for 30 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. Touchdown! Dameon Pierce, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. Again, Herbert. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Allen. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Lions have recovered. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
It reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Odell Beckham with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Lions get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Allen. Being chased out left. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's brought down. 52 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Bears get a bit closer. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Odell Beckham, 29 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. Herbert back to the air. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
As that ball got away. From him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Herbert off of play action. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Odell Beckham with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Lions have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Herbert now. Fighting through pressure. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he will not make it to the goal line. It's his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Allen's throw pulled in by Hopkins.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
On first down, it's Herbert. He completes it to Beckham.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
On first down, Justin Herbert. He finds Wilson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Four straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. They'll look to throw, and this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. To the air, Allen. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
24 yards to gain there, another first down as well.
Allen now looks to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Brandon Ayuk. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 50.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2. And instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that.
And now here is another interception. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there's a college football.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well. Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Inside handoff, Henry. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down. Looking to throw on second down. Allen, quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. On play action, Allen. Caught left side, Hopkins. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 33. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Lions, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Brady's throw there complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On play action, here's Tua. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Tua on 4th down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 72 yards. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, Everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Bucs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
right at the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up second down. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there. Trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And he wisely will throw that one away.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned,
Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
95. It's a party now. It's a party now. Shot 17.
Now Tua. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
and when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question, because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Buccaneers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Looking to pass. Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a play fake, Brady. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down.
Well, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to try and go deep again. And my goodness, another interception. Mike Edwards picks it off. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
The final shot before half for Brady. He'll buy some time right. This is caught by Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting.
And now here is another interception.
Mike Edwards picks it off, and the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Leonard Fournette.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Bucs take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here.
They will run it. It's Fournette. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial... And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Levante David.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw...
And now here is another interception.
picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 15.
And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Tua.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Levante David.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Tied down. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. From midfield, here's Tua.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. 20, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Christian Wilkins. What a sensational effort. That's going to be a loss of 20.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Now Brady got to have this one. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. Mostert is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on fourth down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the fourth quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the fourth down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
To throw again on second down, Brady. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Brady going to go on 4th down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. On play action, it's Brady. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away where that would not being picked off?
And going deep for Hill. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league, totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
On play action, now Brady. Rolling to his right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Okay, right? Slide through. Ready, go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
I just know defensively, when you see 3rd and long, you just tell each other, guard the sticks. Don't let them get to the 1st down line. Anything underneath will make the play. But you have to take care of all responsibilities and know that they swing it out to a back, one-on-one tackles in the open field.
To a hit, and the ball is out.
And I do believe the offense got this back. Goodness, they did. Their own 1-yard line is where they got it back, cutting it close here. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
From his own end zone, Tagovailoa, 3rd and long. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We've got a plane to catch.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now Tagovailoa. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Tua.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. And going deep for Hill. And now here is another interception.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. Come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.